Alright, so we back with another video. Today we're going to be going over the best dribble animations in NBA 2K26. Now, when it comes to the best dribble animations, we got to go over guards, we got to go over swings, we got to go over bigs. But for the most part, we're going to go over dribble styles, signature combos, all that good stuff. So if y'all do want more videos like this, all y'all got to do is like the video. Hopefully you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. No more talking. Let's hop into it. Alright, so when it comes to pass style, now I'm gonna be real. I got a pass style video I got coming that's going to be going over every single pass style in the game. At this point, haven't really been able to get nowhere near close to getting that ready. But I will be testing and ranking every single pass style this year, so that's another reason I like the video. But when it comes to the best pass style in the game, it's a lot you can really go through. You can go to the tops, you can go to the bottoms. But the best bang for your bucks, it's not none this year. In my opinion, it actually is Paolo Banchero. Paolo Banchero, you only need 70 pass accuracy. Majority, if not every build in the game this year is probably going to have around a 70, if not a little bit below. It is genuinely worth going 70 just to be able to have Paolo. Paolo is, in my opinion, the new none. It is very, 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 very good. Now, the next threshold, I would personally say is De'Aaron Fox. You only need like a 77 pass accuracy to have that. That is actually a very, very good pass style as well. Then right after that, you got Tyrese Halliburton. And then after that, it kind of gets to like the high-end echelon of the pass styles when you're thinking about the D-Books, the Lukas, the Shays. But a lot of people are not going to go to those high-end 90 pluses. So I think, just speaking on pass styles for the most part, I think Paolo. Now, I won't lie. If you're trying to throw the outlet passes, then you may think of like a pass like LaMelo Ball. I think LaMelo Ball is actually pretty good for those outlet passes. So if you're a big man, you want to throw those outlets, LaMelo Ball. But Paolo, actually, if you're trying to get a pass in any situation, give your teammate a good catch, Paolo is actually the best in the game. The only thing I'll say about the outlet passes, it does do like those beeline, straight line drive passes that sometimes going against that is a little bit easier to play the passing lane on. So I would say I don't really recommend that as much for big man because that exact reason. But if you want something that's going to get down the court no matter what your pass accuracy is, Paolo Banchero is kind of the pass style to go with. And I know about the Draymond. I have a teammate that uses the Draymond. It's not good to me. So if you like Draymond, by all means use it. That's what I said with all these animations. I'm just saying what my opinion is. So you can take that for what you will. It's just based off my experience playing with these things. So if you like it, cool. But yeah, that's the best pass styles in the game. Alright, so first things first is going to be the dribble styles when it comes to guards. Now, when it comes to the best dribble styles in the game for guards, they just added the Darius Garland this season. Now, Darius Garland is going to be a dribble style that a lot of people going to want to up their cat breaker, put their cat breakers to like speed with ball to be able to get this on their guards, because a lot of people made their builds with 86 speed with ball because they didn't really feel like that was necessary to go. I think Darius Garland was like 85 speed with ball or something like that. They rose it this year to 91. I think Darius Garland and De'Aaron Fox are probably, again, the two best ones in the game. But if you don't want to have that, or you don't have that, Ja Morant. Ja Morant, you only need an 85 and be under 6'5". You also can use Zach LaVine. I think DeJounte Murray. You got the Shea. You got the Kobe White. You got the CP3. You got the Jalen Green. It's a couple solid ones. And then you even got ones like Kyrie Irving that's 94, which I genuinely just don't think is really worth it. But it's a lot of dribble styles that you can really go for. And yeah, I think the Darius Garland, De'Aaron Fox, probably the two best ones, but a lot of people are not going to do that. So at that point, then you will be going with the other ones I was mentioning, with Ja probably being the best one in terms of guards. All right, next is the signature size ups. Now, with the signature size ups, if you're a guard, I do think Trae Young or Steve Francis are the two best ones in the game. I think Trae Young, for the past couple years, with Steve Francis being so expensive, just go Trae Young. Now, they did add Mike Conley, which is actually a solid one, especially if you a swing, but I don't think it's on the level of like the Trae Young and stuff like that. So I would just personally recommend the Trae Young or the Steve Francis. Now, if you don't personally get that, obviously you can go with Jordan Poole, the Mike Conley, or even a pro. I'd probably say one of the two, of the Poole or the Mike Conley. But yeah, the majority of the guards going to be able to get this 92 plus ball handle, so go Trae Young or Steve Francis, depending on how high a ball handle you do have. Next is the breakdown combo. The best breakdown combo in the game, in my opinion, is either Jordan Poole or Rafer Alston. I personally like Jordan Poole the most this year. Rafer Alston in the past couple years, especially with them combining the breakdown combos this year from aggressive and normal, I've always liked this one. But the Jordan Poole this year, I don't know, I just like it the most. I guess I use it on my swings, and you can't get Rafer Alston on my swings. So I've been just getting more used to the Jordan Poole, but Jordan Poole is actually really, really good in my opinion. The ability that you can use it to go any way, whether you want to go left, you want to go back, you want to go rim run. It don't really matter what you want to do with the Jordan Poole. You can use it in a lot of ways. You can snatch back off of it, and it's very, very good in my opinion. So yeah, I think Jordan Poole, Ray Frost, and you really can't go wrong with either one of the two in terms of the guards. Next is the escape moves. When it comes to the best escape moves in the game, it really does come down to these three. Now, Jimmy is still pretty solid, even after the little, I guess they nerfed it, then they buffed it. So the escape moves, in my opinion, are kind of back. They was kind of nerfed for a little bit if you was like one of those crab people, but now it's really, really back. I mean, I don't even know what was even the point of that patch at that point, because they just changed, they reverted it come almost pretty much a day or 2 days later. But I would say Kemba, Stephen Curry, Trae Young are all very, very good. My personal favorite this year is probably Kemba. Jimmy is also very good, but you don't need nearly as much as this. Like Kemba's 89, Trae is 92, Steph is 92. So it really does come down to what you have. So if you don't reach any of these three, just go Jimmy. If you don't reach these two, just go Kemba. And even if you do reach those two, I personally prefer Kemba the most. But there are some other ones, like you got like the Kyrie, you got like the Dame, you got some pretty solid ones when it comes to guard. You kind of like escape moves is by far like, if you have a reason to make a guard and it's for dribble animations, the escape moves may be that reason. Because comparison to like the swings, the bigs, you really got Jimmy, KD, and all that type of stuff when you go up, but you don't have nothing on the level of like the Stephs, the Kembas, the Trays, and all that, in my honest opinion. All right, and next you got the combo breakdowns. Now, they added Jordan Poole this season. Jordan Poole is actually one of the best ones in the game this year. I think it actually is the best one. I liked it a lot last year as well. Now, to go alongside that, you got like the LaMelo, but it has like a really stiff animation I don't really like. That little move where you put it between your legs, it looks good in theory, but when it does it in game, it like completely slows your like speed down. So, and it kind of does it at times. I don't really want it to do it as well. Kyrie is actually pretty good as well. The Levine, the Tatum, the Dame, the Pro, all of these are very solid, but I do like the Jordan Poole, maybe because it's new, but I have been using the Jordan Poole probably the most so far this season. All right, next for the crossovers. Now, when it comes to the best crossovers in the game, personally, I really do think that the Dame is really, really good, but the Trae Young, the Jamal Murray, the Kyrie Irving, all of these are really good. The Malik Monkey's even solid, but it really does come down to these two for me, Jordan Poole and Chris Paul. Now, if you do have starter 4 animations, obviously De'Aaron Fox. That's the best crossover in the game. If you are big, I guess you could say Giannis in the combo, but De'Aaron Fox, you don't really get Giannis on guards, so that's why I say De'Aaron Fox is the best one in the game. But yeah, those are the best crossovers in NBA 2K26 for guards. Next is the behind the back. Now, when it comes to behind the backs for guards, you got a lot. Trae Young is cool. It's not on the level of the Stephen Curry, in my opinion. I think Stephen Curry is the best one in the game for guards. If you don't really reach that higher end, you got the DeMar DeRozan and Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole has a really good, like, explosive behind the back. So yeah, but I would probably say this is more so a swing because you do have the option of Curry, but Curry does have like a higher end, so maybe you don't want to put that on, you don't have to. I think Kobe White also has a solid one, but I just don't personally like the Kobe White. But yeah, 85, but I like Jordan Poole more than Kobe White, so I would say Stephen Curry, DeMar DeRozan, Jordan Poole, Trae Young are the ones that you can really prefer. You can really test these out for yourself. Some gonna be better for like moving by the back, some gonna be better for like standstill, some may not be good for moving by the back, some may not be good for standstill. But yeah, that's just what I would say for the behind the backs. All right, next when it comes to the best guard spins, it's not really much to talk about here. I think Ja is just by far the best one for guards. I think they added a new one that was actually pretty solid. I was trying out Terry Rozier. It's okay. I don't really like the moving spins in this game like that. Like the DeMar DeRozan I use on swings, but for the most part, a lot of these not that crazy. There's Garland, Penny, Steve Nash, Kobe White are pretty solid. Those are probably some of the better ones, but I would say Ja Morant is the best one by far in the game for me, personally. Next is the Hezzy. Now the Hezzies is actually where it gets a little ignorant, because you got ones like the Jalen Brunson that's actually really, really good this year. But the Kobe White, it just gives you a whole different array of moves that you can use it. Like, if you're a standstill escape person, this is the best Hezzy in the game. But if you're coming up the court, it's not that good of a Hezzy. I would say Ja and Pro are the best ones for like if you're actually using it as an actual Hezzy when you're moving. If you're doing like part of like your package in terms of around screens, I think Kobe White probably got it, maybe even Jalen Brunson in there. But it really does come down how you want to use it. I would say Kobe White is the best one in the entire game. But for guards, and I don't really, I feel like this is a 3-point game, so I would definitely say Kobe White. If you're really trying to rim run, and you're only using Hezzies to rim run, Ja Morant. Talk to me. But yeah, that's the best hezzies in the game. Next is the best step backs. Now, the step back, it don't really take that much to talk about these. I would say it don't really matter what we talking about. It really does come down to me. I'm not even finna beat around the bush with like the pros, the Jimmys, the Currys, the Hardens. KD actually don't have a bad one. I'm not gonna lie. But it comes down to Vince Carter and Devin Booker. Whether you're a swing, whether you're a guard, it doesn't really matter. I don't think bigs get it. Yeah, bigs don't get it. So, yeah, it really just comes down to those two. So, it really depends what you want to do. Those are my two favorite ones. Those are the two best ones, in my opinion, in the game. So, yeah, let's keep moving. All right, so hopping into the swing dribble styles. When it comes to the best swing dribble styles, it is very interesting this season. Now, for guards, y'all got Darius Garland. That's not a swing one. So, it does make it a little bit more important to figure out which ones you have from the last season, what you got familiar with, because there's nothing new. So you still got the Zach LaVine, you still got the DeJounte Murrays, you still got the Kobe Whites, you still got the Shays, you still got the Jalen Greens, you still got the Chris Pauls. In my opinion, this is how I break it down. I think Zach LaVine probably the best all-around one. When it comes to the first steps, though, I would probably say Chris Paul, DeJounte Murray, maybe even Jalen Green in that convo. Probably Jalen Green and Chris Paul more so than Jalen Green. And then when it comes to just being the fastest ones overall, I would probably say Zach LaVine is in there, Shea is in there, DeJounte Murray. Those are the ones. And Kobe White is somewhere in there in some of that too, in terms of being balanced with like Zach LaVine. I really like Shea probably the most right now. But Zach LaVine probably is the best one, is the most popular one. Dribble style really does come down to like preference, but I do think everybody's just using the same one. So yeah, but that was the best dribble styles for swings. I gave y'all options. People gonna be like, let me just keep moving, man. I ain't even finna do this with y'all. Next is the signature size up. When it goes to signature size up, y'all got the Mike Conley this season. Very, very good. I think we now have something comparable to Tracy McGrady, but T-Mac is probably still the best one, but Mike Conley is. When I figured out about this last year at the end of the year, I really liked it. And T-Mac is still very, very good, if not the best one. Mike Conley is right there with it. Next is the breakdown combos. When it comes to breakdown combos, we got Jordan Poole, Kevin Durant, and Pro. Now, with that being said, honestly, Jordan Poole is by far the best one in the game for swings. I said this in the guard part. When it comes to the breakdown combos, man, Jordan Poole may be better than Ray Austin this year. And I've been loving Ray Austin for years, but since I've been on swings so much more this year than guards, I think Jordan Poole has kind of wavered me a little bit on that. So, yeah, Jordan Poole, best one in the game for swings by far. Ski. Next is the escape moves. You got KD or Jimmy. Jimmy probably the best one, especially with the nerf. I think when they had, or especially when they reverted the nerf. So they had the nerf where if you did escape moves into people's body, you would instantly lose the ball. I think that kind of nerfed Jimmy Butler and made Kevin Durant a little bit better in my opinion because it was slower. Jimmy Butler was so fast that sometimes it would be perfect for like going into people's body. They reverted it, so I think Jimmy Butler's still the best one, but KD is right there with it still, in my opinion. I think it's neck and neck. It really depends on what you rather. Next is the combo moves. Jordan Poole is in the game now. Jordan Poole is nasty. It's the best one in the game, in my opinion, whether you're talking about guards or swings. But then you got ones like Jason Tatum, LaVine. You got the LaMelo. You got the Pro. All of these are really solid, I would just say. Jordan Poole. And then actually, before this season, I was really just running Pro, to be real, because Pro is actually that good. But yeah, Jordan Poole probably does have it right now. Next is the crossovers. Jordan Poole and Chris Paul, that's the ones I personally recommend. I don't know if they have LaMelo or not as like a starter for. They might have that, but Jordan Poole and Chris Paul, those are the two best ones in the game to me. Next we have behind the backs. Best behind the back in the game for swings. DeMar DeRozan is the best balanced one. Jordan Poole is right there because it is by far better exposed behind the back. Now, the thing about it is, behind the backs, if you try to go into people's body with this compared to like a skate, you'll lose the ball. I don't know why they reverted that change, to be real, because that's probably something it should be. I know a lot of people was complaining about like people wasn't pressing X, but like whether somebody's pressing X or not, like if you're just running into somebody, you're gonna lose the ball, or you're just gonna stop your movement. So either you need to add like an animation where like you run into somebody, like it gives you like a crazy bump animation that takes you out the animation, because as a guard you can do drill moves and cancel drill moves this year. So why can't the defenders cancel drill moves or just rip them and without pressing X? Because it needs to be something there, because like it's an animation based game. They need an animation for every type of situation. But hey, I digress, man. I don't make the game. Shout out to 2K, man. You know, they making the 2K the gaming decisions over there. So yeah, let's keep moving. Next is the spin. When it comes to the best spins in the game, I be using DeRozan, but it's not the best one. It's just based on how I've been using it. They added Terry Rozier. You can actually use that on swings. I don't think it's that good. I don't really think a lot of these are really that good, to be real. You got the Penny, you got the Steve, you got the Kobe, you got the Kobe and Kobe, low key. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, that's the best spins in the game. There's not much to talk about here for swings. I'm gonna keep it beat. Next is the hezzies. When it comes to the best hezzies, now for guards, it's a very easy combo because either you go Kobe or Ja or Pro. And Pro and Ja kind of do the same thing, and I would say Ja's probably better than Pro at what it does. But you actually have 3 completely different ones. Kobe White is really good for if like you're a standstill, a hide behind screen merchant. Very, very good. Very, very good. I would argue it's the best one in the game because a lot of people are 300s, and it's very good for 300. But then you have No, let's go Pro first. Pro is really for like the people that really want to hezzy. You going up the court, you trying to hezzy somebody. Maybe you're trying to use it to get to the 3-point line. Maybe you're trying to use it to get to that rim. Pro is the best one. Now, you can use this for Kobe White when it comes up the court. It's just not as good at rim running off the hezzy, running up the court with the hezzy as a Pro or KD. And he got KD was really the best of both worlds. It's not as good as Kobe White as the escape, like stand still, high mind screens, but it's way better at that than Pro. You can't even do that with Pro. And you can shoot off of it directly. Like, that's another thing about Kobe White that's really nice. You can cancel the animation. You don't have to wait for the animation to like finish. You can just shoot straight off of it, and it'll give you actually a standstill. It won't give you like a fade. It won't give you like a weird animation. It'll give you like a regular standstill. That's what makes Kobe White so good. Kevin Durant is just like that, but it's not as smooth as Kobe White. That's why Kobe White is the best one. Pro is not letting you do none of that. Kevin Durant is gonna be just as good at Pro things as Pro is, and it's gonna be just as good as Kobe White at the Kobe White good things. It's just not gonna be better. Kobe White is better, Pro is better at what it's good at. It's just gonna be as good, but slightly worse. So Kevin Durant is low-key that perfect medium for how you want to play with a hezzy on a swing, and I would personally recommend that one the most, even though I use Kobe White on some builds and Pro on some builds, because I use the hezzies in different situations. But hey, it what it is at the end of the day. Next is the step back. It's not really much to talk about here. You either got one or the other. You got the Vince Carter, or you got the Devin Booker. There's some other ones that people like. I personally would just say, let's stop wasting time with some of these. Let's just talk about the 2 ones that matter. Vince Carter, Devin Booker. You putting on one of those or the other. All right, we got to talk about the big man Andes. Let's not waste too much time here. Now, I had in the comments, somebody was saying Giannis is not even that great. Being real with you, a lot of these dribble styles for bigs are not good. All right, I'm just keeping it being. But Giannis is the best one for getting downhill. I do think Paolo is very solid. I do think Pro is probably y'all best overall one in terms of versatility. But outside of those 3, what are we talking about? Like Jokic? Sabonis? I know Victor Wembanyama was pretty solid last year, but I wouldn't really recommend that one either this year. I would just go with one of those 3. The Pro, the Giannis, the Paolo. Pro, you need 70 speed ball. A lot of bigs not getting that. Giannis, you need 55. A lot of bigs low-key can kind of get that. Paolo, you need 50, which is even cheaper. So it really does come down to what can you actually even get. And that's the ones I would recommend. Next, we got the signature size. We not wasting no time on these. Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, Pro. Not really any of these are going to be that good, but these are the best you got. So let's keep it moving. Next is the breakdown combos. When it comes to the best breakdown combos, I would personally say Pro is the best one for bigs. KD is actually not bad either, but both of these, not that crazy. But it's the best you got. You're big. Just decisions that you made. Next is the escapes. By far the best one. This is actually a good animation because this is actually one of the best ones for swings. Like, so this is going to be one of the actual animations that you get on a big that's actually going to be solid no matter what build you're on for the most part. Kevin Durant. Next is the combo moves. You got Pro or Kevin Durant. I would personally say Pro. Before this season when they added Jordan Poole, I was just running Pro. You can run this very easily on a big and be very good. Kind of similar to the KD escape. Next is the crossovers. I know I got the star by Paolo. I know I got the star by KD. But if you have Giannis, just put that on. Don't even talk about nothing else. It's by far the best one for bigs. Now, that actually is by far the best animation if we just talk about bigs because it's in debates with De'Aaron Fox as the best one. I don't know if I actually had the option to put on any animation regardless of height. I would put De'Aaron Fox on before it. I probably would if I'm being real. But yeah, Giannis is very, very good. Again, next we got the behind the back. We got the Sabonis. We got the KD. Both of these are really solid for what you want to do with it. Nothing very special. They nerfed normal. Normal was very, very good before this season if like you want to do the little explosive behind the back, but they nerfed it. So shout out to 2K. They know what they doing, I guess, over there. But yeah, you got KD. You got this a bonus. It really does come down to how you want to play. But when it comes to doing moving behind the backs, I guess you can throw Pro in there as well. So yeah. Next is the spin. The best moving spin in the game for bigs is KD. Nothing really to talk about here, being real. Like, it's like if you're a big man doing moving spins, what are we talking about? What we doing? What we doing? Next is the hezzy. When it comes to the best hezzies in the game, you got KD. You got Pro. Whenever it is in the swings, Pro and KD. Pro is the versatile one. KD is the versatile one. You can use this for like, I don't really think too many bigs, high iron screens, but like the hezzy is actually really good. Like by far the best thing you got for like trying to 300 in my opinion, but you also can use it getting up the court. I think Pro is just 10 times better for getting up the court, but they both have pretty high rating requirements, but there's some bigs that actually can get that, so do that for what you will. Next is a stat back. The best stat backs in the game when it comes to big man, it's either or. You got Pro, you got the Giannis. I would personally just say put on Pro. Pro is actually not bad. Like I would even put it in the combos. No, it's not as good as Vince Carter and Devin Booker, but after the Vince Carter and Devin Booker, it's in the combos for the next best one. It is. So Pro is actually pretty solid. You could even throw this on. I don't know about that. Guards is probably going too far. Swings for sure, but guards going too far. But Pro is actually really, really good. I see a lot of people actually freaking this one out, so do that for what you will. That's actually a crazy sentence. I think Pro is very good. Let's just leave it there. I don't have to like describe it like that, like freaking it out. Like what does that even mean? But let's keep it moving. Next, last but not least, the best triple threat style in the entire game. Whether you're a guard, whether you're a swing, whether you're big, it don't matter. It's MJ. It got everything that you want more. The one hand, the pump fakes, the jabs, the escapes in any direction. Michael Jordan's the best one in the game. Kobe, Curry, those are solid as well, but for the most part, they low-key need to add a, wait, 2K, how y'all got triple threat style and no Melo? I just thought about that. How is that not a thing? But yeah, that's what I got to say about the triple threat. And it may be a Melo, and I'm just maybe ignorant, but I'm literally looking at every single. Nah, there's no Melo. I don't know what I'm finna say. There's no Melo. I don't know how that's possible. He's on the cover. That's triple threat. Like that's the triple threat guy. How does he not have one? But yeah, shout out 2K. You know, y'all really be doing y'all job for real. But yeah, that's gonna be the best guard, swing, big man, dribble animations in the NBA 2K26. If y'all do want more videos like this, like the video. I see the feedback. I got very, very special videos coming for y'all, man. Like pass styles, getting ranked. Dribble styles, getting ranked. These videos are harder than ever because 2K, for whatever reason, is just adding more animations. Like, we already got like, some of these animations are terrible, bro. Like, we don't need them. Like, why do I have to test these just to make a video for it? I don't need to test these. These are terrible. I can see it in the animation screen that they're terrible, but I have to actually test them because that's what I do for videos. But hey, y'all do want more? Like the video. I told y'all boys, we're gonna test out all. I may actually add the step backs to it this year because that's actually a pretty big animation this year, but I've really said 2 was by far the best one, so I don't really know how much I need to do testing wise there. But let's keep moving, man. Y'all do want more? Like the video, subscribe, got the notifications on, share the video to anybody think will help or enjoy. Without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz. I'm out there, big man.
Now I've been letting y'all off for a little while. 90%. Let me say it again. 90% of y'all aren't even subscribed. Now I've been doing this for a little while now. Y'all, I know y'all mess with the content at this point. So subscribe! Subscribe! It's that simple.
If you buying anything on Fortnite, Epic Games Store, use code YaboiFitz. I don't know why I ain't been had this, but yeah.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!